Hi, I'm Amanda Awakens, and today we're going to talk about the perceptions around how white men approach black women on dating apps and through online dating, and the realities of how white men approach black women online, or at least my realities with actual receipts. So I just want to make it clear that I am not on here as some brand ambassador for online dating, but I'm not criticizing online dating either. I am only showing you my personal experience as a black woman on a dating app and how white men have approached me. The very first thing that I really want to emphasize that you pay careful attention to when you are online dating, especially when you're doing it for the first time, you really want to pay attention to the profiles that men create for themselves. More often than not, if someone is willing to put genuine effort into creating their profile and making sure that they are adding information into their profile that has substance and is informative and is a genuine reflection of who they are more often than not really on the lookout for a serious committed relationship. So I really love this profile description because it's not that long, but I feel like it accurately depicts who this person is. 30, flirty, and thriving. So we already see that they're 30 years old, they are an engineer, they're probably pretty silly and likes to have a good time. They speak another language, they're at least bilingual, they enjoy being with someone who is compassionate, and they're really a romantic. Like, they're a sweet guy. They're looking for a girl that they can be really affectionate with. Let's compare that profile description to this profile description, and I just laugh because I feel that this is so basic. So this guy likes to smoke and to chill. The difference, I think, is pretty clear between this profile description and the last profile description. Now, I'm not bashing the person in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure the person is lovely and just fine. But do you see what I mean and the difference between the last description and the difference between this one? You actually get very similar information, but you can see really clearly how a profile description like this one is kind of lackluster. At 30 years old, actually this person was over 30, if all you can say that you like to do is smoke and chill, if that's what you think you should put first and foremost, like if there's nothing else about yourself that you think we should know about before you liken to smoke and chill, I don't know. That's concerning to me. Alright, so here is another thing that, ladies, I want you to pay close attention to when online dating. I really want you to pay close attention to the interest that the person has in their job or career. How do they talk about their career? How do they talk about their profession? So I really like when a guy is interested and clearly has a passion for what they do. So here's what I mean by that. Here's an example from a guy that I was talking to who had such an intense passion and interest for his profession. So he literally starts off by saying that he is very into his work, and then he goes on in a very concise way, because, you know, he probably didn't want to write me a whole dissertation on mechanics and machinery, but he went on to describe what he does, and also not just what he does, but what he likes about it. He likes the challenging aspect to his job. This is a great example of someone who loves what they do, who's excited about what they do, and who clearly gets joy from what they do. And this guy, not so much. So we know that he does logistics, and we know that he just does shipping and stuff. Not at all attacking this man's character, but do you see what I mean? Like, do you see what's the difference in the energy that you receive from a description of a career on this end of the spectrum in comparison to the previous description? Do you see the difference in the passion that is conveyed and that's exuded in those two different descriptions. Another thing that I really want you to pay attention to is the actual introduction, the way in which a guy talks to you online, and not just how he talks to you, but how does he present himself to you? How does he introduce himself to you? I really loved this intro, like this "hey, how are you?" because it speaks to both of us. So it speaks to him in that he's telling me that he's also a teacher and he's also a writer, but it's also speaking to me in that it's letting me know he really read my profile description. He knows that I'm a writer. He knows that I'm a teacher, and that's something that he is already kind of using to forge a bond between us. So he's already using things that I've given to create a connection. Like, he's not just saying, "Hey, you're cute," or "Hey, you're fine," which there's nothing wrong with that. I love that. I love hearing that. I'm all for it. But he's being a little bit clever. He's complimenting the small details, like my desk and the foreground of my picture, like really tiny details that matter though. Like, it shows that he's probably someone who pays attention to the details. Here's another one that I really like, and this person was very goofy, and again, I'm all here for the goofballs because I am a major goofball. But this one was awesome because it started off pretty simple with the, you know, "Hey, how are you doing? How's your week?" But it went on to show me that he had really paid attention to my profile description, and realizing that I had said something like, you know, "a teacher near you," or something like that. And he was playing off of that. So again, he was really paying attention to what I had written. And this guy was just like the absolute best, like such a sweetheart, because after he realized that like the area in which he lived was drastically far from the area in which I said I lived, he not only apologized, but he was so sweet. Like, he said that I was a sweet lady and he hoped I found a good man, and he wished me well on my search for love. And how much more respectful can a person be than that? And just in general, ladies, when it comes to communication, and this is the last thing I really want you to look out for, I really want you to look out for how does this person communicate to you online. This is a really great example of someone doing that. Like, this guy was super duper sweet, and he really gave me a lot of information about himself, but he also reciprocated that by asking questions about me and asking really individualized questions that you would only ask someone if you had taken the time to read their profile description. One of the main questions that I have seen before about how do white men approach black women online is like, how do they do it? Are they respectful? What type of questions do they ask? And I'll just say from my personal experience, they are very respectful. I mean, there's, you know, it's online dating and it's men. So there's always those men who are going to come at you out of pocket and talk reckless to you. That's always going to happen. Online, offline, it doesn't matter where, it's going to happen to you. But overall, I have really had very respectful encounters that are filled with like a lot of interest in me and really getting to know me, and communication that's just like fun banter, jokes, silliness, like things that make talking to someone, especially someone you don't know, interesting and something that generates comfort. And there are statistics that show that online dating, well, yes, it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous, but again, let's be honest, being a woman is dangerous. It's just dangerous being in a female body. There are statistics that show that there are opportunities for success in online dating, and online dating actually leads to quite a few interracial marriages. And if you're looking to date outside your race, this may be a great way to start. All right, everyone, I'm sorry if this video was very long-winded, but I just wanted to be thorough. I really wanted to be thorough and hopefully give you something that if you're thinking about dating outside of your race and you're thinking about trying to do so online, I just want to hopefully encourage you and empower you and answer any questions that you may have from my own personal experience. And again, it's just my personal experience. I am not the standard. I am not the norm. I am just Amanda. But hopefully Amanda was able to help you out. And until next time, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.